What's going on, pipe people? The Pipe Hunter back at you. Smoking my number 2 Savinelli 673 Roma Lucite. This one has the really nice stem. Beautiful. In it today, I have Cornell and Diehl, the Beast 2025. I opened this up last night while I was doing a live stream with my brother, Delta Kilo 317. If you haven't checked out his channel, he puts out fantastic videos. And the live stream yesterday was pretty fantastic too. I was really happy with how it turned out. We had done one live stream the week before, or pre-recorded, so I guess it's not really a live stream, but anyways, the video quality, or the audio quality of that video, once we listened to it, wasn't up to par and we couldn't post it. And it's a shame because it was an hour and 40 minutes of great conversation. We made sure to get the audio right and did another video last night. It was fantastic. A lot of great conversation, a lot of great cigar and pipe talk. I decided to open up the Beast. I hadn't planned on it. He did the same thing. He had a few tins stashed away. So we both gave our initial impressions of it. I've had a few bowls since then, so my impression has changed a little bit more favorably actually than what I said in the video. But if you want to see my initial first impression, check out Delta Kilo 317's channel, and you can see it on the video, on the live stream that he posted. So, one thing, the pipe that I smoked it out of last night was a Savinelli 677, which is a lot like the 673, but it's a little bit more of a billiard shape than a bulldog, and the bowl's a little bit bigger. I think this is going to smoke better out of a slightly smaller bowl. I'm not saying an extremely small bowl, but not a large bowl. Because as soon as I put it in, I had a little bulldog, straight bulldog that I smoked it out of this morning. Night and day difference. And now I'm smoking it in the 673, and it's still better than what I had last night. And I think that's probably just because of the pipe. And I'm packed looser this time too. So the Beast is made up of 51% Perique. That's a lot of Perique. I'm a Perique guy, but smoking Bayou Morning with 25% Perique, usually it's, I would say, hey, that's my limit. But it works in this blend really well, the 51%. There's a little bit of black pepper on it, especially through the retrohale, but it's not a pepper bomb like you would think it would be. It's more on the fruitier side of Perique, that kind of dark fruit plummy flavor. But just with a touch of pepper. It's a really fruity blend actually, with a lot of different dried fruits and date flavors and plums. But the Perique's going to be up front. Definitely a Perique forward blend, which is really cool. And I've got to thank Jeremy Reeves, the head blender from Cornell and Diehl, for really pushing the boundaries of pipe tobacco. Because before, Perique was always a continental tobacco, maybe 8%. We're really breaking new ground here with 51% Perique content. But like I said, it really works. Now, the other component of this blend, or one of the other components, the second most noticeable to me, is going to be the Red Virginia Cavendish. Red Virginia is already kind of got a bit of a red fruit flavor, which might not make a lot of sense to everyone, but it's not a specific fruit, but something in what you would imagine the red fruit family being. And so if it's reminiscent of anything, it's like a natural cherry flavor. Actual cherries, not maraschino cherries. Actually, if you ever had a Merlot that has cherry notes in the background, it's that kind of cherry note, like a wine would have. And it brings some subtle sweetness to it as well. So this blend has some dark fire Kentucky in it, which to me, it brings smokiness, which is what Kentucky does. That campfire smokiness. But I don't want to say it's peaty like a scotch, but it has the smokiness of like a scotch in the background. And it works well with the other flavors. And I should make it known, I'm not a professional tobacco taster. I think I've got a fairly developed palate over, now that I've been smoking a pipe for over a decade, but I don't really notice the black Cavendish in this. Some other people may, but I wasn't able to pick up on it, which is surprising because I usually can pick up on Cavendish like that. And I could smoke this, and before even reading the tin, I knew it was Virginia Cavendish because I'm really sensitive to it. I always find Cavendish a little bit bitey. Now this blend, I'd have to look it up. It's either the Perique or all the components are soaked in rum for 7 days. And when you open up the tin, you smell rum and raisins. That's what I smelled. Well, sometimes you open a blend and it's like if there's a liquor topping. It's like walking to a brewery and then you smoke it and it's not really that evident. The rum is very evident in this blend when you're smoking it, but it's not overpowering. It's always in the background. Not far in the background, but it's never the main star. But what I find really interesting about it, excuse me. Oh, I'll drop my pipe, or my lighter, excuse me. So the rum is always there. And it's the exact same rum, I think, that they're using, Cornell and Diehl is using in their Speakeasy Navy Flake blend. But the rum note transition a little bit too. If you have actual rum, it's very common to also get a vanilla note from it. And at times, I could taste the vanilla sneaking in. It wasn't always there, but it came and went. Like a vanilla bean, just a touch of this vanilla extract flavor. Don't think Captain Black vanilla. The blend smokes, I want to say, just a touch sharp. Some of that might be with my body chemistry with the Cavendish that's present. But I haven't really got tongue bite from it. There's definitely a tingle from the 51% Perique. I imagine a year would change this blend completely, maybe take that slight rough edge off. But it doesn't take away from the blend. I'm not giving it any faults because of the slight rough edge. It's a fantastic blend on its own right, and that doesn't change my opinion. And it's not bad, like I said. It's just every now and then if you puff a little too harsh, it can get just a little rough edge, a little sharpness. But it's not bad. It's present, but it's not bad. Overall, the flavor is really rich and nuanced. There's a lot of different notes, a lot of different flavors you can sit here and pick out. This would be a great after dinner blend if you just want to sit and really pay attention to what you're smoking and try to pick out all these flavors. This would be the blend for that. And even though there's 51% nicotine in it, the nicotine wasn't too overpowering. I'd say maybe it's stronger than a little bit stronger than most blends, but nothing to worry about. I don't think this is something someone's gonna smoke all day long, and it's not designed to be that way. But you could definitely smoke a few bowls of this a day and be okay. But it'll satisfy without being too strong. It's a nice level of nicotine for me. But with the richness and the nuances, the way I would describe this blend, imagine drinking some rum. Okay, with I don't know how to explain this with it making sense. Rum, but have you ever had like a dry red Merlot wine, like I was mentioning earlier? You know how a wine, once you get past the initial flavor of the wine, in the background there's these subtle notes of cherries and all that. Imagine a rum, but with cherry, or excuse me, wine background notes. And you need to take kind of the smokiness from a scotch, but not the scotch flavor. You add it to this. And while it makes it sound probably like an aromatic, it's really not. There's a top note too. This is not an overly aromatic blend. One more thing I was going to mention. The moisture came pretty well with the rum. It was just a little bit more moist than how I typically smoke my tobacco, but I think it's designed that way. So just pack it a little lighter, smoke it a little slower, and I think you'll be okay. And what I would recommend doing, which is what I'm going to do today, is I'm going to put this right in a jar, because I feel like the more air that gets to it, the more you're going to lose the rum note. I don't think it's going to completely go away, but it might mute itself a little bit. So I think the quicker you can get this into a mason jar, the better. Well, guys, I think that's all I have for today. I already have my next video idea planned for next Sunday. But if I get time in the middle of the week, I'll go ahead and make that video and do another video on Sunday. So it may end up being a 2-video week this coming week, but I'm not sure yet. But I'll be posting at least 1 video a week for the foreseeable future. Thank you guys for stopping by and listening to what I have to say. I greatly appreciate it. Make sure you check out that video that Delta Kilo 317 and I made last night. That's on his channel. And as always, keep smoking, keep puffing, keep enjoying.